Regulative worship, principle worship. Worship must include only those elements explicitly commanded or authorized in Scripture. Anything not prescribed is forbidden. That's where the line is blurred. What about principles? Liturgical thing. Normative principle worship. Worship may include elements not explicitly forbidden by Scripture, as long as they are consistent with biblical principles that promote edification. So that is where I stand more on this, because as long as the principle is in edification and in line with biblical principles, it does not have to be explicit words per se from the Scripture. Let's see Augustine's position. Okay. In works like On Christian Doctrine and City of God, Augustine emphasizes that worship should glorify God and edify the church. He focuses on the heart's disposition and the centrality of Scripture, preaching, and sacraments, baptism, and Eucharist. But he does not explicitly restrict worship to only scripturally mandated elements. I'm definitely much more in line with this position of St. Augustine. It's a brilliant mind. You see, for a guy with a heart expression, like a strong affection for the Lord, like Augustine, as in his book Confession, you'd be surprised that he wants to be bound by the regulative worship. As you look at the Confession, everything he writes is in line with the Scriptures, but not explicitly written. Okay, so I would argue that just like preaching, you preach along the principles, but you don't preach along the explicit words on everything you say. Liturgical is the same thing. You know, it may not be the explicit words, but you pull the same principles of it. And I believe the biggest thing I want to say here is what is called the heart's disposition and centrality of Scripture, preaching, and sacraments. Okay, this four thing, you got it. So I will lean on normative worship, because it's heart disposition is the most important. How does your heart feel? You show your affection and the joy, rejoice in the Lord. Yeah, of course, Psalms, there's a lot of you can pick up Psalms in your songs. It's absolutely great. But there's also room for differences, but it's still in line with joy and love and sufferings and lament in the songs.